What is up, everybody? Tomoverse here today, and we're gonna talk about Crapgamer once again. This has to be my third video on this guy because this guy just says the most craziest things on social media, and it's just like wow. And you need a big looking at these comments. You just need a break from looking at these comments every once in a while. Like I need like at least a month recovery break from looking at reading his comments because this just gets more and more ridiculous. Each comment I see about this guy, so. Yeah, I could literally do a whole series on this guy because he makes crazy stuff every day. So he is comparing a AAA PS4 exclusive from 2014, which, as you can see, is Infamous Second Son, and a game I really didn't like that much too. To add that, I didn't like Infamous Second Son at all, but I love the first two Infamous games. I think those games are amazing. Didn't like Second Son whatsoever. First is the Xbox Series X exclusive game of 2021, and this is obviously some like indie SNES Game Boy Advance looking game, like right here. And it's like, are you really making a comparison between PlayStation exclusives or Xbox exclusives? Like, really? And it's like this. It's just this isn't an even comparison whatsoever. It's just a joke at this point. Like, but he has a fan base. He has people who watch his stuff. But it's just like, wow. Like, I guess it's just like mind-boggling with this guy's post. So he says, "What is wrong with indie games? 97% are pure garbage." It's like, wow, this guy has stuff. He's anti-indie games for whatever reason. And it's like, I guess, I mean, I'm not 100% against indie games. There are some indie games that I enjoy. The one I can think of off the top of my head, that's like, I guess I don't know if it's an indie game or it's like a real low budget game, but that Yu-Gi-Oh game for the Switch and like PlayStation 4. Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I played that game nonstop. I put at least a lot of hours into that game. At least like over 100 hours into the Switch and the PS4 version together. So I don't know if that counts as an indie game. But I'm playing that game a lot more than a lot of these AAA games, to be honest. Um, but I am turning my PS4. I am turning my PS5. I'm mainly playing that game. uh, so yeah, I don't know if they even count as an indie game, but it's like, especially with Game Pass, there's a lot of indie games you can try out on Game Pass, which is pretty cool because I probably wouldn't try out these games otherwise. And I heard like some of the best games that have been highly acclaimed, like Hades is an indie game. So I don't know why he has this stance against indie games. It's kind of weird, but he says 99% of pure garbage, so he's definitely against anti-indie games. He has that stance, I guess. Comparing two separate art style games and saying one is better than the other, another sad tweet. Like people are gonna see it, like it's just sad. It's plain like. And he says it's a joke, howdy. But I mean, trying to compare an ultra linear Rise game to Horizon 2 is the bee's knees, right? I don't know who is making this comparison. Like I haven't seen this comparison whatsoever. I've only recently seen people compare Horizon Forbidden West to Halo Infinite. And I think he was doing the same thing too, so I don't know what he's talking about with these weird comparisons. He was just doing these weird comparisons, and I did another one with the video I'm making. Well, I guess the point you're trying to make is quite clear. You are the poison that seems to reject and be repulsed by creativity and supporting smaller titles. Unfortunately, you're the reason we saw articles like Jason Schreier's about Sony emphasis on top studios only. And another thing to focus on these indie games too. Fall Guys is an indie game. That game was real popular. And you had Among Us was another indie game, which is blowing up insanely everywhere. Real popular game. So indie games have a I don't have a problem with these games. Like people love indie games, so I don't see why this dude's so anti-indie games. But just this comparison is just in general just ridiculous. How many times can PlayStation eat Xbox's lunch? Damn, it's embarrassing. What's the game of the year count again? Haha. I'm just having fun because I keep saying ridiculous comparisons. LOL. That he's making, like he's making these ridiculous comparisons. Like he compared Horizon Forbidden West to Halo Infinite. Then he's making this another weird comparison. Like he's the one who's contributing to these comparisons. Like he keeps saying ridiculous comparisons that he's making. So it doesn't make any sense. PS5 exclusive 2020. Yeah, we could definitely say how this was a PS5 exclusive that they want to sweep under the rug. It's funny how they talk about PS5 exclusives when it's like a lot of PlayStation exclusives they just sweep under the rug, like this one, Godfall, whatever PlayStation exclusive that doesn't do well, like Dreams, they sweep under the rug. Like those games never existed because they do terribly. They never mention those games ever again. They put them under the staircase or something. I don't know. He says Bugsnax was also on PC. Some of those indies be kind of fire though, but they all end up on PlayStation eventually. The new one, okay. All these indies end up on everything by the end of the day. LOL. Another bad take. What is that? The lady Demetrius with an iPhone. That's a pretty funny picture right here. LOL. Doctor Image on left. And what game did you even pick for Xbox? You're really trying too hard. Like I'm pretty sure most people don't even know what that name of that game he even picked on the right for Xbox even is. Like nobody's checking for that game like that. Why do you even bother, bro? Like, why are you even responding to this? Like, why even respond to this guy? Like, this guy just says crazy stuff on social media all day. PlayStation 5 was 2021 release. Ratchet and Clank, Dorado War, PlayStation games. What is this? PlayStation versus Game Pass. They like digging out of a dumpster. Wow. It don't feel like that way. I'm only paying like $15 a month, and I get to have all these AAA games on Game Pass. So it doesn't feel like I'm digging out of a dumpster. I'm like, okay, buddy. He says, okay, Astro. Oh wow, he has a PlayStation avatar. Well, okay, we see, we see the bias there. Wait, is Little Witch in the Woods? I've been waiting for this indie game for years. It's not an Xbox exclusive. Doesn't matter if they have good exclusivity if nobody owns a PS5 because they don't know how to sell them in the store. I got a new TV at the store and I wore a mask. I don't know. That's a lot of details right there just giving out. I'm a PlayStation fan, but this is just hating. So these PlayStation guys see this guy just over or just ridiculous at this point. Ever since this guy got called out by Phil Spencer, he's just been on a tirade against Xbox. He's been salty ever since. It's like this guy, like these posts on social media is just ridiculous. Like I said, I need a while just to recover from those different posts I've been seeing here. It's like I need to take a break from these videos because it's just more and more ridiculous. It's like it's just more and more ridiculous stuff this guy says. I'm a PlayStation guy, and this means nothing. Two very different art styles. Now compare Infamous to Halo when it comes out, and we can see. Yikes! What is this? Destruction All Stars is getting bots because not enough people are playing. Is this true? Wow! Breaking news right here. This is true. This game is getting bots because nobody's playing this game. This is another game that flopped too, which they don't talk about. It's funny how they talk about all these exclusives, but like I said, once these games flop that's exclusive, they never talk about these games ever again. They sweep these things under the rug with the quickness. So we back to hating cartoon games again. Just love this guy. Glad to see you in every tweet of his. That's the only reason I follow him so I can see the stupid things he says next. Yeah, he says a lot of crazy things on social media. Take bro, don't do that to Little Witch in the Woods. Game looks cool and is confirmed for a Switch release. This is the worst comparison I've seen. That's nothing coming from a PlayStation fan. I'd rather play the Pixel game than the other. This is coming from a PS4, however. Yeah, I hate it. I don't like Infamous Second Son. I gotta add that up in there. I love the first Infamous. I love the second one. I think the second one's probably the best one in the series. I could not get into the Second Son for the longest, and I really loved Infamous 2. I could not get into Second Son. I couldn't get into that game. Even though it looks visually impressive, I can't get into it. What game is on the right photo? I want it. Indie bad, AAA good. This war is so disgusting. I hate all the fanboys. Fanboys in general are crazy people, but the PlayStation guys takes the cake. They definitely take the cake for being the craziest ones. This man is really living up to his name. Crap. This is a joke. Fanboy crap. I know this is a joke, but there's some real truth here regardless. LOL. You finished Bugsnax? Nope. A game they had an exclusive game they would never talk about. Well, console exclusive. They won't call it that. Should we compare your tweets from the past till now? Yeah, I see that a lot of people have been comparing his tweets. Like he's been caught on like a lot of hypocritical stuff that they've been catching him on a lot of hypocritical statements of his past tweets. Like how he was so pro these different companies before, but now that he's switched to PlayStation, these companies are bad now. These game franchises are bad now. There's definitely been some takes that people have made on this guy. He's a hypocrite about a lot of this stuff. Record for worst take. What game is on the right? I guess the Xbox One gets 120 frames per second at 8K, right? I mean, aren't like 90% of games on PlayStation multiplayer anyway? Ever get tired of the console war nonsense? Yeah, most of the games that people are playing are multiplats. Like people were just playing Resident Evil Village, playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition, playing Biomutant. It's like we aren't playing these exclusive games like 24/7 like they make it out to be. Like they're playing like multiplats like everybody else is. So it's kind of crazy when it's just these console wars just evolve into what is this? Wow, what is this? Is this a singer? Oh wow, this is creepy. This is definitely creepy right there. Word, thank the heavens I'm not the only one who noticed that her face is fat as F. Your YouTube channel is dying. You want attention so bad. I'm a PlayStation fan. This is a horrible comparison, bro. Even PlayStation guys are calling this guy like he's just ridiculous at this point. It's not even a game that's in the same league. It's like you need a life. Yeah, people are tired of this stuff. Even on the PlayStation side, I guess they're tired of his stuff too. But yeah, like I said, I need a break from doing videos about this guy because it's like each day he's gonna say something else crazy that's gonna be crazier than the next. It's just weird at this point. Like this is just a weird comparison at this point. But yeah, that concludes the video. Definitely want to see your thoughts about this down below. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching and peace.